French artist Henri Matisse is regarded as one of the most influential artists and leaders from the Modernist period. Although he began his education to become a lawyer, he was struck with a severe case of appendicitis. During his recovery, a simple set of art supplies delivered by his mother to ease his boredom changed the course of his entire life. Disappointing his parents, Matisse left law school to study art under one of the Fauvist movement's most influential teachers, Gustave Moreau. Matisse held his teacher in high regard and was quoted in saying that he did not set us on the right roads, but off the roads. He disturbed our complacency. The term Fauvism came from the French phrase les fauves, which directly translates to wild beasts. This description accurately describes many of the movement's qualities, emphasizing wild brushwork and an unnatural use of color. The subject matter was typically abstract and was not representative of reality. Matisse's The Joy of Life currently finds its home in the Barnes Foundation in Philadelphia and stands nearly 70 by 95 inches tall. This painting is regarded as one of the pillars of the Modernist movement, along with Picasso's The Young Women of Avignon, which we viewed as a class. This piece was likely painted between 1905 and 1906, several years before the peak of Virginia Woolf's writing career. Like many of the art forms that began to make their appearances during the Modernist period, Matisse's painting was met with public protest and outrage. In fact, this very work is thought to have inspired Picasso to outdo Matisse in shocking the public, who was not yet accustomed to this new, fantastical style. Upon first glance of this painting, what is the first artistic aspect that you notice? For me, it was the bright and unnatural colors that are used to depict humanity and the landscape scene. This choice of colors is very typical of artists who took part in the Fauvist movement. In this scene, we can observe several different groupings of naked human figures. Beginning on the right-hand side, we see one figure playing a flute to a small cluster of goats, a heterosexual couple making love, two women lounging and enjoying their beauty and youth, and a solitary woman playing a shadowed flute. Moving to the left-hand side, we see a crouched figure picking plants from the ground, along with a womanly figure who could be pouring red wine or draping red flowers upon her own body. Two females appear holding each other in a friendly embrace. Directly in the center of this image is a grouping of human figures dancing in a field. This grouping is particularly important because it later becomes another famous painting by Matisse called The Dance, painted in the year 1909. To complicate matters even further, this painting is widely thought to hold many similarities with a painting by William Blake from 1786 entitled Oberon, Titania, and Puck with Fairies Dancing, a painting inspired by characters in William Shakespeare's play A Midsummer Night's Dream. As a class, we have taken note of Shakespeare references appearing not only in Virginia Woolf's body of literature, but also in many different artistic forms during the Modernist period. This group of dancers is an image commonly associated with the song currently playing, Dance of the Young Girls, from Igor Stravinsky's Rite of Spring, which we will be lucky enough to see performed in a few short weeks. These figures are demonstrating the humanly joys of life. How could we attribute titles to these various types of joy? Could we say that the couple making love is demonstrating the earthly joy of sexuality, of human companionship, or of lust? Could we say that the woman pouring wine upon her naked body is demonstrating the joy found in nourishing our bodies with food and drink, or the gluttony of human nature? Is the dancing group of figures appreciating the arts, or simply illustrating the human emotions of silliness and glee? All of these figures as a whole, naked, indulging themselves in humanly pleasures with hints of the color black, reflect Matisse's fascination with primitive art. He paints these figures in the most raw human form, which suggests a liberation of humankind.